Hey YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Sean Austin here again from Sean's Rabbit Aquaponic Producer. We're back to another rabbit farming video for you guys. Just want to give you guys a quick insight and explain to you why I believe that artificial insemination saved our breeding program. So stay tuned, we'll be back with more right after the intro. Okay guys, so we're back. Now, I mean, if you all have been following our channel, you know, it's been a few years now that we've been doing videos on rabbit farming and rabbit production. The goal obviously is to help you to avoid some of the mistakes that we would have made in the past so that you can excel at a faster pace. Okay, because we want more people to be successful at rabbit farming, because without a significant amount of producers, we don't really have, or can't really say that we have a rabbit industry, you know. So we need more people to perform and produce at a higher level. Okay, the ultimate goal obviously is for us to be able to unite as one body and look at securing larger markets, like export markets, where we'd be paid probably in US dollars or euros, things like that, which could only be better for us, especially in the current climate where US, all foreign currency as a matter of fact, is extremely difficult to acquire right now in Trinidad and Tobago. Don't ask me why, but that's the reality of it. You all know, if you've been to the banks recently, it's real problems to get even 100 US dollars from the bank. All sorts of long talk and travel documents needed to verify and all of that just to be able to purchase some foreign currency. Yes, so if we can create an opportunity where we can earn some foreign currency, then it's a win-win for everybody. So, on to the topic. Now, we have been breeding rabbits for years, more years than I can remember. And in the beginning, we did, like everyone else, we did natural breeding. But over time, what we discovered is that natural breeding takes a lot of time physically, and also it takes a longer time to get breeding done in terms of conception. Because if you have a limited number of bucks, there's a limit to the number of does that you can breed at any one given time. Whereas if you're doing artificial insemination, one extraction from a buck sometimes could do as much as 10 or 12 does, you know, depending on the density and the sperm count. So we made the decision years ago to switch to artificial insemination. We did some training and whatnot, and we bought the equipment and we started doing it, to the point now where we are teaching others how to do it. Now, if that's something that you're interested in, contact me directly. We'll discuss the course layout, the fee attached, as well as the timeline in which we can get it done, the format, if it's Zoom or whatever, because I've done a number of trainings via Zoom with persons in the African continent, persons in the US as well. So distance isn't a factor, you know. Once you want to get it done, contact us directly and it can be done. So we made the decision to switch to artificial insemination, and that has been like chalk and cheese in terms of production. Okay, now one of the main benefits, and to come into the point that I want to discuss today, one of the main things that you get from artificial insemination is a little bit of insurance in terms of sperm count. Because of the high temperatures we are experiencing in recent months to the last couple of years, we have a high incidence of buck sterility. And if you're doing natural breeding, you're not going to know this until over time that you've constantly bred a buck and you have constantly got no conception from the does. You may be able to surmise that, hey, it's probably this buck. But with the artificial insemination process, when you take an extraction from the buck, you will be able to analyze that under the microscope first before inseminating, so you are sure that you have healthy sperm with proper motility and mobility and things like that before you do your breeding. So there's still no guarantee for conception, but at least you have the insurance knowing that yes, viable sperm were administered. Okay, and it's not a case where the buck is sterile and you're just waiting and hoping for conception. One of the things that really drives this point home is when we do natural breeding. So every now and then we will do some natural breeding, but what we've noticed with AI over time, we've achieved between 75 and 85% conception rate. Now you might say, that's not so good, but hey, I'll take 75% over zero any day, because what happens a lot of the times, there are times of the year when maybe all your bucks might be sterile and you might breed 10, 12 does and you're happy you got 12 does bred, and then you have 0 litters. So I rather have the insurance of knowing, hey, at least we are administering virile sperm that could most likely lead to a conception once everything is alright with the doe. Last couple weeks we bred 12 does, natural breeding. Okay, we did some natural breeding, we bred 12 does. This week, 2 weeks later, when we palpated, we got 2 pregnancies. 2 out of 12. So that's less than 25% conception. When you look at the comparison between 25, less than 25%, and maybe 75, 85% are taking that, even if it's 75%, are taking that any day over less than 25%. And this is why we have been convinced over the years more and more that artificial insemination is the way to go for the future of rabbit production. Okay, so I just want to leave that with you guys. Now, I'm not saying give up on your natural breeding, because if you just have 5 or 6 rabbits in your backyard, you may not see the need to invest in an entire artificial insemination kit and pay for training and learn a new skill and all of that. You may not see the need for that because you're just going along and however it happens, you're cool with that. But if you're looking at commercial production, meat production, where you want to have a consistent supply, artificial insemination is the way to go. No ifs, buts or maybes about it. Any discussion, I encourage discussion as to why it shouldn't be. If you think AI isn't the way to go, leave it in the comments below. Let me know your views. But from where I stand and the experience we have doing it over the years, I am 100% convinced that the future of rabbit production is artificial insemination, whether we like it or not. It's just a reality, because there are too many conditions that we can't control, and artificial insemination takes back some of that control under your hands to kind of steady the ship, you know, and you need that in these times here. So there's no sense guessing, because whether you get conception or not, money has already been spent, because you're buying feed, your labor to feed them, even if you're cutting grass, all of that has already been spent. So you might as well maximize the opportunity to get a return on your investment. So guys, as far as rabbits go, I'll leave it there for today. But something else I want to mention, I probably mentioned it before, I can't remember, and I don't know if I did or not. But we have recently, when I say recently, I mean in the last 6 months or so, we started beekeeping. We started in February of this year, and from then to now, I've been shadowing an experienced beekeeper, a guy who has been in the game for over 10 years. And I did a training course in beekeeping right here in Trinidad at the El Reposo training station up in Sandy Grande there. We did a 1-week beekeeping course there. It was really exciting, lots of theory, lots of practical, and I jumped right into it. we've been pushing really hard. I've been doing bee removals with my colleague as well. So I've been building up the number of hives I have. So as it is right now, we have close to 17 hives. We have 17 hives actually. We have last I checked, we have 17 hives. And I have a few more removals geared lined up for this week here. And the hives are doing well, right? We're in the flow season now. And from February to now, we actually harvested our first batch of honey, and we do have honey on sale. Okay, I'll give you more information about that in a follow-up video, but for those of you who follow me on WhatsApp, on Instagram and things like that, you'll see where I've posted honey that we have for sale. So I've been kind of busy setting up the apiary up in the back, so pretty soon I will start bringing you all some beekeeping videos as well. Hope you're all interested in stuff like that. If you do, let me know. Okay, but I want to start doing some beekeeping videos as well as videos when I go to do removals, because those are some of the most exciting things, because you'll be amazed at some of the places that bees would go and build a hive, especially these Africanized bees we have here in Trinidad. There is no safe space when it comes to bees. I just want to tell you all, if you are clearing land, especially in areas like Wallafield, where there are lots of forestry and wildlife and things like that, if you're doing any land clearing, please be careful, because there's nowhere that bees won't go and build a hive. And most of the removals I do, the hives are usually found when people stumble upon them doing land clearing and they're stung several times, right? I went on one where a woman was stung so many times she had to be taken to the hospital. When I got there, she was literally vomiting from the amount of bee venom that she took in. So exercise extreme caution. Old tires, bees love tires. Old tires that just thrown into the bushes, they love that. So be careful. Old refrigerators, stoves, couches, just be careful if you're doing any land clearing, because bees are always on the move and looking for new homes. So with having said that, also let me show you guys something, how amazing these bees could be. Now I have a little workshop area over there. I'll take you all and show you in a bit. And I have a number of bee boxes just sitting there, and I have a couple boxes that I use to do cutouts and removals when I bring the bees back to the apiary here, and I would transfer them into their permanent box. Right now, the box that I do removals, obviously there's going to be a bit of honey, some wax, different things, you know, in there, because the box is in use all the time. But for this week, I used a different box, and I left that one on top my workbench over there. And lo and behold, yesterday morning I decided to go and remove it, to take it with me, because I was going down to Guayari. That's far east of the country, almost south. And I said I would take it along with me just in case we came up on any hives and we needed to do a removal. And when I decided to pick up the box, I was swarmed by bees, because a swarm actually moved into my removal box sitting right there on the table. Right, let me take you guys a little closer and show you. Okay guys, so this is my little woodworking area where I do all my work. I make my frames, my boxes, all of that. And those two boxes right there are boxes that I use for removals. The one on top is the main one that I use, and that is the one that the bees have moved into. Let's see if we could get a little closer. So yesterday when I grabbed the box, I realized there were bees, and I just dropped it and I ran off. So we have, the cover is slightly off here. Let's see if I can zoom in there. Y'all will see right at the end of the cover there, that's a piece of the comb was pinched when I dropped the cover. But the bees are in there. You can see bees coming and going. Alright, I'm not gonna get too close without my suit, but when I'm finished doing this video, I'm gonna suit up and I'm gonna go deal with that and see if I could transfer them into a more permanent box. Yeah guys, so exciting times here on the homestead. A lot going on. I'm gonna try to keep the videos coming, but the pace has been so hectic lately. I can barely squeeze out time to do videos. So what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna get me a separate video camera, bona fide camera, that I can have on a tripod to record most of what I do, so I can keep you guys informed of all that's going on the farm, because sometimes it's a bit troublesome, especially when I go to do removals, to be holding the phone and the gimbal while I need my hands to maneuver and do stuff like that. So I'll probably even try to get me a GoPro that I can strap onto my chest, so my hands can be free, so you can still see what I'm doing, you know. But definitely I'm gonna bring the action to you guys. Like I said, let me know in the comment section if there's something you're all interested in seeing. And again, thanks for all the support. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you all continue to stay with us. Like, subscribe, and share. Help us get to 10,000 so that we can continue to grow this channel. So we'll leave it there for today. On behalf of my business partner, Sean McLean, Sean Austin, Sean Zorich, and Akaponi Produce signing out. See you guys in the next video. Peace.